Biafrans, I greet you and I welcome you to Biafra Universal Television this moment with a vital update that will make your mind peri. As you people are listening to me this moment, I believe that all of you must have something to deposit on the comment section. You see, like I said earlier, that our problem is within ourselves. We cause our problems and we will come outside and begin to browse, making noise all over the place, especially our politicians, our, you know, traditional rulers, the so-called Igbo elites. Let me quickly tell you something that will blow your mind now. Do you know that Hausa people have given Fulani people quitting notice? Whether Fulanis need like it or not, they have to quit out of Hausa land. Did you know that? This have been going on, but I want to be properly sure before I will release this message. Now I'm talking with you. It is very important and it is authentically confirmed that Hausa people does not need Fulanis in their land anymore, because they have come to discover that the whole mayhem, the whole beheading, wanton killings, and unnecessary lives going on in the north have been caused by Fulanis. Don't forget, they say Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is their problem. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been in DSS custody for 3 years now, and the Fulanis have been busy killing Hausas to the extent that today that there are gaps and spaces in Hausa land because their populations have drastically reduced. And what was the aim or target of Fulani Mietiala terrorists is to make sure that North is being Fulanized and Islamized properly. But little did the Northern security forces understand that this was the plans of Fulani Janjaweed. And this was why the so-called Buhari facilitated it, funded it, and make sure that it is happening. And today, Tinubu have taken stronger hand than Buhari on Hausas. When you calculate the populations of Hausas that were being beheaded in their farmland, in their houses, and burnt the houses down, just roast everything inside the building. So I think maybe consciously the minds of Hausas are returning to them to understand that as the jubilation for killing Biafrans that have been deployed in thousands to go and kill Biafrans, they can see that their own house have been on fire and nobody to rescue the fire. The fire services are indefinitely suspended or on suspension. So what I'm telling you this day, the tech, or call it the memory verse, you should understand it, that Hausas are being inconvenienced by Fulani terrorist Mietiala. And this is why Fulanis, this is why Hausas are today seriously making a move to make sure that all the Fulanis quit out of Hausa land. But I have a little question before I round up my program this moment. Why is it so that anything being rejected in Nigeria, that Igbo leaders used to accept it? Hausa people that Fulanis belong to, don't forget that many years back in the 80s and 70s, that Fulani man will tell you that is Hausa Fulani. So you can see the great demarcation between Hausas and Fulanis. And you can see that Hausas and Fulanis does not have the same culture, the same tradition, the same way of living. All right, you can see that. If you ask me, in my own understanding as a human being, I will tell you that Hausas are more reasonable than Fulanis. Get me? I said Hausas are more reasonable than Fulanis. Because why? All the atrocities and war animosities being committed, genocide and war crime in Nigeria, and especially in Biafra land, Fulani people will tell you that they are Hausa Fulani. So which means Hausas are good people. Hausas are famous people. Hausas does not kill. Hausas does not have bad characters. And Fulanis knows that they are evil. And this is why they are using the faces of Hausas wheresoever they are, so that they can be accommodated. Because they know that they don't have identity and they don't have a land of origin. And their mission is to kill and evacuate you from your land. And they become the indigenes of the land, the aborigines. You should understand what I'm saying this moment. But today, the truth is becoming clearer that Hausas by all means want to separate themselves from Fulani Mietiala terrorists. So why I'm asking you this question is this, that Hausas are pursuing Fulanis out of their lands, but Igbo politicians, Igbo elites, so-called the traditional ONS and the rest of them, are busy welcoming Fulanis, giving them land for their cows, for Ruga, and for their businesses in the bush and every other parts of the country. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Hausas who are supposed to embrace Fulanis, today I tell you that they have eschewed them. They have completely pushed them out of their side. Hausas have denied Fulanis because they don't have similitude of life. So now you may not understand. I want you to go to the Google, go wherever you can go and find out whether if this truth is making a wave or not. But I'm telling you that there is no peace between Fulanis and Hausas. And you can see that Fulani understood quickly, very early, that they and Hausas are not the same. And they have an evil agenda. But Hausas doesn't know that the plans of Fulanis is to start with them, pounding them in the mortar, dealing with them by all means, to make sure that Hausas dies and Fulanis take over north. And this is the same hand that brought tornado bet. Look at the Benue State, no rest. Just talk of Plateau State, talk of Niger State, recently even Zamfara State and what have you, Nasarawa State. All these places are middle belt. It does not belong to Fulanis. It does not belong to Hausas, if you wouldn't know, if you wouldn't mind. So, because there are many languages involved there, we have Bagi, that is Ware people, and that is where Ibrahim Babangida retired. They come from, the former head of state of Nigeria. So I'm telling you this moment, it should be very important and should make sense to you that Igbo politicians are the people who embrace evil and they welcome a rejected people, people who have been rejected. Fulanis have been rejected in the whole world because of their terrorism act, because of their ill mind. If you give them chance, you give them a house, you rent a house. They don't rent a house. They prefer to live in the bush. And why are they living in the bush? They want to survey, to know a place to a place that made up of that particular state. So, and they want to precondition themselves and acquire the necessary ammunition that will suit that very place for bombardment and for destruction of lives and properties. But the side of the Biafrans, I want to say to Biafra Liberation Forces, congratulations. And I want to say to those Biafrans who have Biafra at heart, for Biafra to come, I want to say congratulations, because your dream shall surely come to pass. And it is the time for you to have what you need, because Fulanis cannot continue. They say they are born to rule, and every other Nigeria is born to serve. And watch very well. Fulanis are not good in sports. Look at their legs. They cannot play ball. They cannot go for wrestling contest. You can see WWE. You see many Biafrans in WWE, America. You see many Biafrans in athlete. You see many business magnates from Biafra land. You understand? But these are people that are using their cows inimically, destroying people's lives and livelihood. Wherever you plant your crops, your cassava, your yam, and the rest of them, Fulanis will use their useless cows to go and destroy it. Now, what I'm telling you now is like the Hausa people are getting up, they are waking up from their slumbering chamber. For them to have come out and declare that Fulanis must leave Hausa land, you should know that it is not a rumor. It's no longer a rumor. It is real. Now, from your own side as a Biafran, you see your governor is busy welcoming them, because now Hausas are pushing them out. Then they are looking for a place to put their head. It's only in Igbo land they found that space, because your leaders and your elders have nothing to write home about. And don't forget that when you joke with the second coming of Fulanis in Biafra land, nobody will remain. The first one happened, and it was stopped early. Now this one, nobody will stop it, because those your leaders acquired them, and they told them that nothing is happening, that you people cannot do anything. So I'm passing this message across now, so that every Biafran will stand up. It's not only meant for soldiers or police in Biafra land. You can see checkpoint everywhere. This is one of the ways of taking over the land of Biafra. So if nothing is seriously done now, so you consider Biafra land Fulani lands, because they say Allah has given it to them. So, but these are people, you don't know where they are coming from in this world. So, what I'm saying this moment, let it make sense to you, to give out useful information when necessary. And those people who are busy giving land to Fulanis in Igbo land, don't hesitate to give us information. Release your information on the social media. It might be my platform, it may be another person's platform. It doesn't really mean, because we are one. Igbos are one. Biafrans are one. So anyhow you release the message, it will get to us. For us to know the next thing to do to curtail the menace of Fulani Mietiala terrorists. And don't forget that they are most of the time on uniform. They are on uniform. so that they will threaten you people and take over the place. It's not that they are soldiers. Fulani people are the ones who corrupted Nigeria soldiers, and today in the whole world, Nigeria soldiers have no respect and have no regard. I leave you here.